Why, hello there, sinners. How are we all doing? Hopefully, you're all doing quite well. I just realised I had my monitoring left on so I could hear myself. That was a bit of a jump scare. Oh well. A little scuff is always wanted. Oh. No, but it's going to happen. So we'll just go with it. Where's my thing? There it is. Right, let me embiggen myself a little. Get nice and big. Close. I know some of you would like that, wouldn't you? You degenerates. Anyway, welcome on back, my dear sinners. I hope you've been doing well, and don't worry. I've put the chat over the live 2D layer, so my wings won't hide you. It will hide the following goal, which we're one off, by the way. So, would any intrepid potential sinners wish to press that big old follow button, it would be a very, very big kindness. Speaking of kindness, the third and New Suit Squid, along with VTubing Cocktails, thank you for the follow. Very, very kind of you. Especially while I wasn't even live at all. Imagine that. I must just have that Riz. God, the drink's getting to me clearly. I'm saying Zoomer language. The worst kind. So, my dear sinners. What's this? With each stream couple gets closer to us. Maybe. Maybe. I could get a little closer. 1 second. I can get even closer. Hold on. Yeah. How's this? It's inched a little closer now. Little by little. Exactly. When you next expect it, I'll burst through your walls and drag you to church. But it'll be my church, so it'll be objectively better. But no, good to see you, buddy, by the way. How was the first day back? Back in the joys of education. Working your... I guess young mind still works. You're still in your 20s. Yeah, young mind's still appropriate. You're still in your 20s. You're not quite at the elder years yet. Not far off. No, I imagine you're rather exhausted. No, I remember it being quite... I didn't quite go to uni, but I remember higher education being a bit of a bastard. All that extra crap you gotta do again, citing everything under the sun. God, I never could quite, suss out how they wanted my assignments. I tried. Damn it, I tried. But I could never do it. They're like, oh, do it this way. I'm like, okay. It's wrong. What do you mean it's wrong? It's wrong. Like, okay. I passed, but I realised I'm a hands-on person after that. So, you're doing better than me by a country mile. Speaking of... Oh, that's what I don't think even... Do they just want to know you're doing them? Is that it? Just like... The fact that you've produced something, it's like, oh, you did it? Okay. I mean, hey, if that's all they want, then... I mean... At that point... You know, as long as you get your grade... and can waltz on out of a degree, or a better degree, or I forget now if you already had one or not. I know we talked about it a while back, but it's been a hard moment. But either way, you want that big old qualification, you can waltz on out and then land that decent little job, which is always the want. Sometimes I do wonder whether I'd have been better off going down that route myself, but I don't know. I think in a way it's worked out, kinda. I think I kind of liken it to like building a boat. You've spent more time building your boat. I've just kind of assembled a raft, and I'm already kind of halfway there. But I might not make it. Whereas you built a bigger boat. You haven't set off yet, but you built a bigger boat. Yes, I'm comparing getting a degree to building a boat. But you get what I mean. You're more prepared for the journey, I suppose. I just kind of went, fuck it, we're balling. And then we balled all the way to 4.5 fucking years of shit. I see. Very sinful. Very sinful. I should expect nothing less. I should expect nothing less after all. Though, ow, I shan't judge. What happens off the shores is hardly my business. It's out of my area anyway. I mean, I could, probably. Nah. Nah. So, speaking of things happening... Bruh, this guy. I am in pain. Speaking of things happening, I presume you've all seen the fiascos going on at the moment. A certain tournament happening, and God forbid the word Niji Sanji stays out of everyone's mouths for more than 5 minutes. Like, that tournament that Victoria Brightshield and Doki Bird are in. I don't get why everyone's giving Doki such shit. It's like, it wasn't up, it was like, sure, someone asked her, hey, you comfortable with it, but it's not like she was gonna be a dick about it. Like, come on. Like, and like, oh, why are you speaking about it? Like, she spoke about it because people were asking. People in her audience were asking. But I suppose it's expecting intelligence from the Twitter mob when it's in full swing, and well, we know how that goes, don't we? Well, there is that too. I mean, some people are saying, oh, being a Niji bro is like, or Niji sister, is like being a second-class citizen. Well, I mean, if you're a corporate bootlicker in general, I think you're probably going to get treated a bit shitty. But, I don't know, man. Like, it is what it is. Like, they're a bit of a shitty company, unfortunately. That's just kind of how it is. So, I don't think anyone should go easy on them, frankly. I don't think their talent should be denied stuff. I mean, hell, the amount of times Niji's denied people doing stuff left and right for stupid reasons. Once in a lifetime opportunities and all that. But, I don't know, it just... You see that shit, and I just think... I'm amazed there's anyone still working there. With some exceptions. Some of them will stay there. The likes of Vox, for example, I don't think he has a chance outside of Niji anymore. Maybe he does, but I think he ain't leaving. I think he's made a few too many enemies outside of Niji now, with that video he was a part of. I think that soured some tastes. Same with, like, is it the other one? All three of them did, right? Like, I'm sorry, but in a way, yeah, I know Nishi kind of had a gun to their heads, but at the same time, they should have just... I feel like it's okay to run and say, hey, don't involve me in legal shit, okay? This isn't this is between you and her, not me. Alright? I'm just gonna keep pushing the company good name. Let the company deal with this, not me. Like, I'm amazed they even did that. I have no idea. Although there is rumours they're management. If they are management, that would explain everything. But also, that would be very damning. If the rumours are true. If the rats are true, which... The Niji rats have been pretty on point recently. Over the last 12 months, the Niji rats have been on fucking point. Also, before I forget... you might miss it now. But behind me, you might just about see it. A little reminder that Tangier is there. I enabled it to turn on every so often. For a brief amount of time, just to remind you all it's there. Just so your channel points get spent if you want them, spend them. Because a lot of the stuff that you guys would like to use is channel points. Speaking of alerts and other things, by the way, I have some news for you. That's right. We have some new animated alerts coming that are being worked on currently by a very talented soul from VGen, and my schedule is very nearly done. So we'll have a new schedule, we'll have a new animated alerts. So yeah, new stuff. Indeed. It didn't all line up quite as nice as I wanted, but it's fine. The alerts have been done surprisingly quickly, actually. Thank you. Yeah, the alerts I only commissioned recently, and they're already close to being done, which is fantastic. I did have some static alerts, but I couldn't get them working how I wanted, and also I decided some animated ones would be fun. Right? I thought that'd be more interesting, so I decided I'd deal with that. And so I have. So a bunch of animated alerts will be coming soon. So whenever you follow, sub, donate, that kind of thing, well, you'll get a nice little bing on screen. I have been considering getting some animated emotes as well. I've been looking around. I always look around when I'm VGen every so often just to see what's around. I keep looking for people to commission just for artwork in general, just to have a bit more art of me. Especially as my new schedule has a section for artwork now, and I think that'd be quite nice. So we'll see. That's a little bit of news for me, by the way, a little bit of channel news for you there. I am a big proponent on self-improvement and in improving things where they can be improved, so I felt the alerts didn't quite line up yet, so they will. They're looking very nice, actually, as well. They incorporate my wings into it and the halo. Yeah, so expect to see those soon. Now then, what was the other thing I saw recently? There was a few things on this platform, actually. I don't know if you all saw, but a certain very... what's the word I'm looking for? Sussy, I suppose you might say. A little... spicy partnered VTuber, Favy. No. Not Favy. What's she called now? Is it Favy? 1 second. Let me just check. I thought it was Fifi even. I was getting that fucking wrong. Yeah, Fifi, that's it. Had a whole thing with Twitch smacking her again, the 7th time. Thankfully, this time, they've undone the decision very quickly. However, take a guess what it required. You can probably imagine it wasn't just a, hey, you got it wrong, can you fix this please? Because why would it be that simple? No. It involved a legal threat. It involved getting legal involved, which, I have to say, Twitch, you're a great platform sometimes, but holy shit, can you sort your moderation out? like, with no disrespect, your moderation needs a looking at desperately. It's gonna get you in trouble one day. Like, they've got like the opposite of YouTube's problem, in a way. YouTube hasn't got enough human beings involved. Twitch, in some respects, maybe has too many. Or rather, the ones they have are far too biased. They seem to operate on a very much, do I like this person angle. Or in some cases, can they factor them? I think is partly the angle as well, personally. Bold of me to say, well, on their platform, but I'm just going to say it. If they ban me, they prove me right. So, their move there. Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. The only way I can see that changing is unless the CEO himself gets involved, because he seems to at least understand streamers, from what I can tell. The other thing is if Amazon gets involved, because if Twitch does cause them too much grief, Amazon might just waltz on in and ask them what the fuck they're doing. Because Amazon does not take shit from anyone. They recently came down hard on one of their series makers because they were losing money a lot. And they asked, well, where's it going? When they found out it was going to stupid places, if I remember correctly, they just nuked the thing. Yeah, Amazon are pretty ruthless sometimes, so... Twitch might want to watch for that one. I think she's also going after YouTube now, because YouTube are just ignoring her lawyers, which... Very bold, YouTube. Very bold to ignore lawyers, because... Like... If someone's got the money to come after you, you might not like a default judgment, that's all I'm saying. I'm amazed at least YouTube's legal didn't respond, apparently they didn't. This is why we need more competition. This is why, like, it annoys me that the competition... Like, the Twitch competition... Like, YouTube isn't competition for Twitch at the moment, in streaming, because YouTube's streaming isn't quite there yet. It doesn't support all the stuff that Twitch does. If it did, it would smash Twitch to pieces, I'll be blunt. If YouTube could do what Twitch could do, and what it already does, yeah, Twitch would be dead in the night, I'll be honest. Twitch wouldn't last a day. And it amazes me they haven't just taken an advantage to just stab Twitch while they're down. Kick... Kick's gonna drop off at some point. Because all it'll take is, like, stakes where all their money comes from. And all it'll take is people just... If countries decide that stakes just money laundering, because it's crypto gambling, they might just decide, you know what, IP ban it. Which won't end well. Plus, crypto is a really hazardous thing to stake your money on. But it won't happen overnight. But also, I don't know, I'm very hesitant to touch Kick. It's got a dirty reputation to it, and I'm a bit hesitant to, like, want to touch it personally. If I really had to, but I don't think I would. I'd probably go to YouTube. As dangerous as YouTube can be at times. And don't get me started, Rumble's a joke. I'm just gonna say Rumble's a joke. It's pretty good on the free speech angle. It's pretty crap on everything else. The only time, I'll be honest, I've been tempted to upload stuff to Rumble is either as an archive or out of curiosity to see how my content would do on Rumble. Because a lot of stuff on Rumble's just kind of crap, I'll be honest. I think I'm a little better than some of it, at least. Like... No, not with a barge pole. I'm not touching that site. You also can't without a Chinese passport, I believe, or like a code you get from being in China. So I'm not doing that. Also, I like not being doxxed by a communist dictatorship. Thank you. I'm good. I'm good on that one. Personally, I'm alright. just shush my phone for a little bit. There we go. Now, let me think. Some more positive news. Obviously, Space Marine 2. Oh. Yeah, no worries, man. Not a problem at all. Thank you for being here at all. I didn't think I'd see you at all, to be fair, seeing like how tired you were, but don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. You wander off to bed. I'll be vibing here for a while anyway. Yeah, good night. Yeah, so Space Marine 2. Oh god, Space Marine 2 is coming soon. I need it. I literally need it. Holy shit. It's genuinely something I've been waiting for a long, long time, and holy shit, do I need it. It's genuinely just... it's something. Something I've been waiting for a hot while. Like... Crack my neck a little bit. Is just the need. Just the need for the Marine. 10 years. God, it's looking good. I'm just trying to debate what class to play, honestly. God, the bot's gonna get heavy on all those at 3 at once. God damn Nightbot. I thought I timed you differently. Oh well. But yeah, fucking hell. It's close now. It's so damn close. And I honestly... I'm trying to debate which class to give a go, honestly. I'm really trying to think about which class might be the most interesting. Because obviously, you've got your tactical. You know, they're pretty varied. Got a lot of options. Mostly a shooty, but they got melee. The assault, obviously, with jump packs. What do you want? The Vanguard's nice for its sort of more CQB weapons. The sniper looks fun. It's not got as many options, but hopefully they'll add some more as time goes on. Maybe even just a flat-out las cannon. Although one of the snipers is kind of like a las cannon, so... And then... what else was there? Was the heavy, which that's got a nice selection, though that's got no real melee beyond just kicking, but I get it. He'd be a big old boy, but maybe the green storm gauntlets would be nice. Some other little jazz for him. Of course, the bulwark is very tempting. Sword and board, or fist and board. We need a power axe as well, goddammit. And some kind of fancy pistol. I think it's like a heavy bolt pistol, plasma, and... oh, what was the... I think they're going to have a new Volkite pistol as well, which is fun. I mean, new Volkite's just a niche little thing, but I ain't saying no to it. I am not saying no to it at all. Frankly. I mean, if they're willing to add something crazy like that, I mean, it's on some of the minis, so it's not like it's too out there, but it's not the weapon I was expecting to see first. I maybe would expect to see like a hand flamer or something fancy like that, you know? Well, I guess something less fancy, like a hand flamer. Hand flamers are fancy, but like by like wacky sci-fi standards, not too fancy. It's a flamethrower, but pistol-sized. I mean, what are they called now? I have forgotten the name of them now, but like the pistol-sized melters, likely. I think the I'm trying any other pistols they might want to add. I mean, they've already got quite a selection. Inferno pistol, that's it. The Inferno pistol. That's the other one. Excuse me. Like, there's a nice selection they could pick from. I mean, if they want to go really wacky, give me a grav pistol, goddammit. I'd very much take a grav pistol. 100%. Any day of the week. Give me that shit in droves. I mean, grav in general. Give me that. Absolutely, give me that grav. Any day of the week. It's out there. But again, it's interesting. Honestly, if they don't add the rocket launcher, I'll be fine with that. The sort of... Is it Desolator Squad? Yeah, them guys, I'll leave them. Yeah, don't need them. They're fine. They can stay out. Give me, like, combat shotguns. Actually, yeah, combat shotgun would be nice. Power axes, please. Thunder claws. All these are good. I'm pro all of these. Give me a chain axe if you want. I mean, it's a bit less common for loyalists, but Gib. I don't think what else we might. Whatever. I mean, if they want to be really wacky, a power spear would be kind of wild. Or a power scythe. Doubt we'll see it because they're kind of niche and most loyalists don't use them, but still. Give me that. I'll take that. Any day. And then... Melee is a... Well, that's probably most of the melee options. There's Power Maul as well. There's a lot of funny options. Also, I mean, if you want to add new classes, I mean, give Librarian, Chaplain, yeah? Maybe the Apothecary. I mean, walk up to a Tyrion and introduce him to the business end of an Arthesium. It can tear through Ceramite to get at stuff, so it can tear through most things. It might be a medical tool, but that damn medical tool can absolutely rend somebody. I need to new nose spray. I realised my itch has returned with a vengeance. With a glorious fucking vengeance at that. Apologies there. I am yawning the storm up. Started right at the start of like 7 AM this morning, which I will not lie. As much as I'm enjoying working from home, God, it just drains the life out of me. Just kind of sitting there, kind of questioning life a smidge. But, you know, the early start's nice, and frankly, I like finishing early. Like, half-free finish is just, fucking beautiful. It is truly beautiful, sinners, to be able to finish the day an hour before I'm supposed to. Just give me that any day of the week. God, I am more tired than expected. Jesus. But yeah, so, as I say, next week, we'll be playing a bunch of Space Marine 2. I'll be honest, I'm hoping you won't get sick of it, but I'm going to be playing a lot of Space Marine 2. I'm hoping you'll enjoy it as well. Because I know I'm going to enjoy it, but I do hope you guys enjoy it too, seriously, because... Hello. Thank you very much for filling the 120th slots. Kinyel4? I hope I'm saying your name right. But McCoy Ken for short, thank you so much for the follow. That is extremely kind of you. Welcome to the Sinners. Please do get yourselves nice and comfortable, and seriously, thank you for helping get that absolutely worth a dance party. Absolutely worth a dance party, my friend. 100%. Big 120. I didn't think we'd get it today, well, thank you so much. Yes, I do hope you feel welcome and comfortable. The Sinners are a nice bunch, I promise. They might be called sinners, but they're behaved. Mostly. When they want to. Yeah, they're nice enough people. And please do feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy my ramblings and my yapping. That'll be mostly today. And by all means, if you feel like you wish to join any of other parts of the community, please know that you are more than welcome to do so. The doors are open. Everyone's welcome. But yeah, holy shit, 120. Hell yeah. That's a nice way to start. That's a nice way to start out this early on the stream. Excellent. Right. Yeah, so Space Marine 2 next week. Space Marine 1 this week. That's right. Just to make sure it's all fresh in my mind and yours, I'm going to be playing an absolute ton of it. And just to experiment a bit this week, I'm doing all evening streams. We'll see how I feel. Saturday and obviously Friday will be normal. Saturday, I should think will be fine. Saturday night. Sunday, we'll see with Sundays. I'm having a good time for Sundays because I'm in a weird spot, really. Because the morning streams are convenient for me, but also if I stream late on a Friday, I'm getting up at bang first thing in the morning, rolling out of bed and streaming. So I'm thinking, is half awake me that entertaining? And it's questionable. It's very, very questionable. So excuse me. Yeah, so we're going to test out going back to evenings, which I used to do many a moon ago. God, I've just realised as well, it really is coming to that point where I can say it's... Oh god, it's almost been a year. Almost one whole year. Christ. Well, I should have some nice things ready for that. Honestly, it feels like yesterday when I started. I mean, it was around this time of year where I first started making videos, which... God, that feels like a lifetime ago now. One whole lifetime, and... a lot of mistakes and questioning myself later, and here we are. You love to see it. Let me just click on Manage the Goals. Let's start a new one. Sure, we'll do this. As we always like to keep on. There we go. New goal fired up. Because I always like to keep marching forward. We're on 120 today. We're on 130 soon. Quick toast to you, my dear sinners. I mean, I remember when I first started this. Thinking, what? Started right from the bottom. And in less than a year, 120 people have decided to click follow and let alone me. So, I couldn't be more grateful. God, I will warn you tomorrow though, it's going to be real fucking nerdy. It really is. I'm going to be nerding a lot. I'm going to be doing all that stuff. And you're probably going to get sick of me banging on about Warhammer lore. But as someone who really enjoys Warhammer lore, I am just going to be yapping about it so much. God, it's going to be good, though. Get back into the old game and then, the new one. I hope it's good. If it isn't good, sinners, there'll be a reckoning if it isn't good. There will be a reckoning. The likes of which I can't even describe, so. But it's fine. Ow. So I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be a good game. I actually have a bit of a collab planned for next Friday on it. I know it technically comes out next week, 5 PM. However, we're going to do the first one sort of together, ideally. Or a big one together. Just make sure we've all downloaded it. Myself, JD Moss, and Onyx, that is. So, I have a nice set of companions to join me as we delve into Space Marine 2. I believe we'll probably be doing campaign. But might be doing co-op. I don't know. I feel like we'll be doing campaign though. Campaign feels like a good way to go. And, well, frankly... excuse me. Frankly, it should be pretty nice. Seems like we have a lot of options. I'm quite curious how the mission setup's going to be. Because obviously we can just equip whatever we want, including jump packs and heavy weapons and other shit, so I'm curious. I always find it funny that the Thunderhawk's inside, it shows like it could have 4 people in it, even though it's like 3-player co-op. So, that I always find interesting. I need to stop itching it. Oh, I'm being plagued with an itch. A bitch of an itch in my schnoz. Need to stop myself. But yes, so that's obviously the coming weeks. A lot of Marine. We'll see with Sunday. It maybe I just do a full Space Marine 2 takeover. I mean, probably, to be honest with you. Probably. It's the most likely thing that's going to happen. But Thursday will be Yap Day. That is guaranteed. Because we need that time to yap. And as I say, we need that time for allowing everyone to catch up. And we'll see what happens. I mean, most likely we're going to be playing a bunch of it on and off stream, so what I may end up doing is, if we end up, like, as a group, like, pushing ahead and continuing playing it, I might just carry on where I left off. With you guys, that's, so don't worry, you'll get to the full campaign, one way or another. Hell, if we don't end up doing it collectively as a group, then I might just open it up to all of you lovely lots to join me. I know Rouge is quite keen to play a bit together, so that's something I'm going to be doing. That is. Yeah, that's a big old thing. Me and words right now are not working together. Yes. The other thing this week is we'll be doing the Strategic Sunday, and I will try and actually do it this time. I'm still going to do Sins of the Solar Empire. I've decided that is probably going to be the one, rather than Stormgate, because Stormgate frankly annoys me. I want to like Stormgate. I really want to like Stormgate. But God, I just... it's just something about it. I don't know if it's its art style, the janky gameplay. I don't know what it is, but I can't. I cannot. For love nor money, I cannot with Stormgate. So, we'll see. When it's a bit more developed and, frankly, feature complete, maybe later then. But my current, I couldn't recommend it even free. Which is tough to say because I want to like it. I really do. I get that StarCraft vibe, but I get like off-brand StarCraft vibe. Which annoys me because I want a good StarCraft replacement. I really do. Like the Court Commanders and all that, I was like, come on, this is literally a replacement. No. I think that's the problem with it. It tried to bill itself as like the StarCraft replacement. And it really isn't. And now they're like, oh, actually, we're not that big, guys, and we're only funded up to early access. It's like, well, you fuckers took all our... Well, I didn't. Did I put any money into it? I don't think I did into it. I know there's another one that's like a StarCraft successor that I put some money into. I forget what that one was called now, but that one I put some money into because it looked in better shape, frankly. Like, there's gameplay of it without people like hiding it, and no NDAs hiding the damn thing when they showed it off, so we actually got to see the gameplay, and that gameplay was just leagues better. Leagues and leagues better. What was the other one? Stormfront or something? What was the other one? What's that other one? Let me just quickly check Steam real quick. Tempest Rising, that's it. Tempest Rising looks real good, and Sanctuary's Shattered Sun tickles my Supreme Commander itch. Which, God, it needs scratching. Really, really does. Homeworld 3 was supposed to do that, but it really didn't. Honestly, Homeworld 3... I won't get into it too much, but Homeworld 3 was a bit of a disappointment for me. I will not lie. It was a bit of a disappointment. Which, again, is a massive shame. So I really wanted to like it. But, no, I just couldn't. I just could not. Oh yeah, Age of Mythology as well. God, there's a nice selection of, like, RTS coming back. It's just a shame there's also some kind of shitty ones, or ones that have just not been done very well. But we'll get there. We just need to get through the rough. And if all comes to worst on Sunday, or if on Saturday I end up finishing Space Marine sooner than I expected, I have some Risk of Rain we can transition into. I've been really enjoying playing Risk of Rain 2's newest expansion. I know some people say it's a buggy mess, but I've so far, and touch wood, not had the displeasure. But I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't exist, because there's been too many people mentioning it. So hopefully they can get round to fixing that, so that everyone can enjoy it. Like on Xbox, apparently some people can't get past the main menu, which is a bit shocking. Like, come on now, guys. Then again, this is Gearbox's involvement, and they were involved in Homeworld 3 and Borderlands 3. We know how they went. So, coincidence? Well, I don't know for fact, but it's funny how it lined up, right? It's funny how it lined up. Personally, I think it's a little close, but, you know, Is what it is. Hopefully they learn when we vote with our wallets. Hopefully, anyway. God. So yeah, next week's in a way I'm looking forward to it, but also, God, I'm actually a little worried. I am a little worried. But, yeah. Speaking of things I've been doing recently, or going to be doing, I've obviously recently launched my new lore series on my own lore, my VTuber lore. I hope you've enjoyed that, by the way. It was something... It's a bit experimental, and it's done kinda in character. I've been debating as well, speaking of in character, whether I have a quote-unquote canonical voice, where I use a voice changer to sound more as you might expect. But it wouldn't be my default. Because, as much as I've been tempted, I don't really want to live to the VTuber stereotype of being the guy who uses a voice changer. As tempting as it is. And sure, might it earn me a bit more attention? Maybe. But I would rather earn your time honestly, rather than through deception. Personally. It might take me longer. It will take me longer, probably. But you know what? Long term, it'll mean I'm a more honest creator to my audience, which, at the end of the day, I'm sitting here asking for your time at bare minimum. The least I can do is give you an honest experience. God forbid, especially if people decide to give me money, it's like, well, then you definitely owed my honesty. Right? So, that's how I see it. Besides, other people who do what I do, you know, Porcelain Maid, Rev, a couple of others, they don't voice change it. And again, I appreciate my voice does not match my model in the slightest. But fuck it, we ball. God, I need to stop thinking about, like, potential outfit ideas. I've been far too tempted, but also trying to save up money. I spent a fair amount on this model and some of it, so trying to recoup the monies. Thankfully, I have a day job which financially sorts me out, so I'm not broke. You know, it's one of the funny things, actually. In many ways, I have less time to do this, so it's harder to, like, kick off a career with it, but at the same time, I have a safety net in a full-time job. So, it kind of helps me in that regard, too. Excuse me. Don't get me wrong, if this ever takes off, well done, Sinners, you can get a lot more of me. I have debated whether I try and stream more often, but at the same time, I just think that's just going to burn me out. Believe me, if I had the stamina, I would stream every day. If I had the stamina. If I could physically get up or come back from work and just stream every day, I would. I honestly would. But no, that's probably just a recipe for utterly destroying myself. Who knows, maybe one day though. The infinite Cobra will happen one day. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see about Infinity Cobra. I think 4 days a week's like enough. Any more feels like it might be. I don't know. Gotta experiment, right? Gotta try things. Besides, I've noticed some days work weirdly better than others. I can't explain it fully yet. Maybe one of these days I'll consult somebody who actually knows what they're talking about and what they're doing and go, explain this, please. Again, one can only hope. But it's the long game, after all, Sinners. It's the long game. and patience has got me this far. What's another year or two? In 1 year I got here, so what's next year gonna bring? I can only imagine better. So, and I think, you know, the positive attitude's gonna be better. God knows I need to remind myself to keep being positive, but aren't we all a little depressed these days? That's why I retreat to here, where I don't have to look outside. 20% notification somewhere up. I just realised, yeah, you can only kind of see that if I sort of bend my neck out the way. It's fine. It's like, I don't know if I can control where that goes, actually. I'm not sure what layer that sits on. I'll have to look at that at some point. Like, if I can move it... I mean, I guess it points at the integration itself, but... I mean, I'd rather it not be in the way of me, so... it's fine. You see a little orange pointy arrow, you look at the screen, you see the, you know, Tangier logo. You know what to do if you want. At that point. It's yours to do as you please. And to be honest, I'm glad you're all liking them. It's an easy thing to integrate, and I just think it's a nice addition to the stream. I'm just glad I can use it now. That's one of the annoying parts of, like, pre-affiliate. You've got to, like, struggle and squeeze to get there. Once you've got there, it's like, oh shit, I can actually, like, do a bunch of things now. And Twitch will tell me things like, hey, your viewers like this. Like, oh shit, this has been great beforehand, but I suppose Twitch takes you seriously when you're at a position where you can make money, and it can make money off you, so fair enough. Fair enough. Who knows, me one of these days I'll actually figure out shorts. I'll have to learn from the Honourable Rin Penrose, won't I? Become a shorts merchant. As bombard you with random VTuber bullshit. And just utter lunacy left and right. Maybe one day. I say one day like I couldn't just sit down and make something. Although I'm pretty sure... I forget now, do you have to use the YouTube's bloody mobile app to upload a short direct or some... There's some weird thing about it, isn't there? With how shorts are uploaded. Which I'll never understand, for the life of me, why they're done that way. I mean, come on. You're pushing the shorts, YouTube. Let me upload them easier. God forbid I, you know, push some things on the algorithm a little bit. Although, I'm kind of a pain in the neck because all my shorts are on my VOD channel. Because I don't have a shorts channel. I could, but I just kind of don't want to. I've been tempted, like, whether I should make, like, a short of a main channel video. Like, crop some bits up. And, like, but then, from what I understand, it just kind of butchers your own analytics. I don't know why numbers are the first thing I'm thinking of while trying to stream, but there you go. What the drink does to me, I suppose. Puts numbers in my head. And then I must ask Mason, what do the numbers even bloody mean? And I do. Well, actually, I do kind of know. But I've sort of figured it, but not really. But on to less numerical news, or words, or tidings, or whatever you want to call it. That rant. That's numerical rants. There you go. Ugh. I keep seeing, like, just a lot of... Let me just miss those ads for a second before they... Oh, wait, no. Oh, I hit dismiss, not snooze. Damn it. Ah. God damn it. That's annoying. I thought I'd turn those up. I thought I'd snooze them. Nope. Flubbed it. Only Dongun flubbed it. The worst. God damn it, Barons are. Well, it'll turn the pre-rolls off, I think. When they do run. Inevitably. Excuse me. I'm sort of debating... Oh, there we go. Snooze for 5 minutes. There we go. Snooze them for you. Don't ever say I don't never do anything for you. So, obviously, I'm still sort of looking for what kind of things to mix up our sort of roster of things. As I say, Space Marine 2 will mix up the roster for a while, but I need to keep it varied, I think. Plus, I always like to try out what things might be of interest to me. I appreciate the strategy games are kind of niche, which they are, but I don't know, I think there's an audience for it. I mean, Total War obviously is a somewhat reliable one. Plus, I can stream that comfortably, which is the most important thing. Having fun streaming it for a while. But, I don't know. Can't have too much of something. Just sort of just sucks the soul out of it. Like with these, I'm like, occasionally I might mix in like a painting stream, but it's for the right setup. Thankfully, there's nothing reflective, so you can't catch a glimpse of myself. Unfortunately, not quite as magnificent a person as you might expect. I wish I was. Well, I'm kind of working on it, but you know how it is. You start exercising, then you kind of stop, and then you kind of have to like kick yourself in the ass to get going again. 'Tis the way of these things, and frankly, I'm terrible at making myself just do it sometimes. I'm trying to get to the gym right nearby me. I think there's one in... Actually, there's might be one nearby-ish. I probably should do that. But by the time I get back, it's like dead late. You know how it is. You get up at like before 6 o'clock in the morning. You're not home till 6 o'clock at night. My daily life. This is why the streams can't be much earlier. I probably could have done this one earlier though, but honestly, I had to give myself 5 minutes to eat. I had to have consumed a meal and downed a drink, so at least cognizant. Not that you need to be that cognizant to stream. I can assure you, it murders your brain cells. And you can tell some streamers, it has totally annihilated brain cells. Mine is as thoroughly cooked as well, but that's besides the point. Ow. But anyway, hopefully your weeks have all been fairly pleasant. As mine's been kind of just a weird one. I think mine has been. Best way to put it. A weird one. Funny little homestay one. With all the quirks and just, I'll be honest, playing a lot of Risk of Rain. That might be a good one to play on stream at some point, actually. It's a roguelike. Roguelikes are good. Plus it's something non-narrative, so it's nice to break things up, isn't it? I'm trying to think genuinely, is anything else coming? Well, next year, actually. Ooh. Monster Hunter Wilds. If only you were sooner. But then again, I've got lots of Space Marine. I'm hoping Space Marine goes better than Helldivers did. As much as I really as much as in many ways I liked Helldivers 2, and I did enjoy it, I don't know what they're doing at the moment over there. Like, that game could have been Game of the Year. Easily. Absolutely easily. Especially against some of the trash coming out at the minute, but God, they just screwed it. And it's genuinely sad to me. It's sad to me what they did, because I feel like it could be better. It could be better, it could be bigger, it could be just more, right? Just close my curtain a second. It's getting rather dark out there, and I don't want a moth jumping in. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against moths, but I don't like them when they flap in my face. You know what I mean, folks? There's only like the only moths you want in your face are the lovely moth VTubers out there. Not the little fucker flapping in your face trying to get to the reflection of the light in your eyes. No thank you. Oh. Now then. Speaking of things clinging for the light, there's the joyous little funny one that happened recently with a certain VTuber news channel and a concert organizer. I'm sure you're aware of it. Someone got very upsetty at False ID for daring to not fully cover their concert that already happened in greater detail, when I can assure that many people would have killed for even being mentioned at all by a channel that size and that scope. But nope, had to turn on the old arrogance, and I will just call it arrogance, let's be honest, is what it was. It's like, I don't know. If there's one thing I well and truly hope doesn't happen, I hope I don't suddenly become so arrogant as to believe I'm that important. You know, I get being arrogant is kind of something that comes with the territory here, but I don't know. I don't think it has to, personally. I think it can just, not. God forbid. Dare I say, maybe, just maybe, arrogance doesn't have to be something that's baked into this, as much as it tries to be. I think you can... bold statements here on the Baron's Arco Brel channel, but I think you can be a content creator without being arrogant. I think that's possible. Just like you could be a Minecraft YouTuber without the allegations. It's possible. Right? I think to myself, surely it's possible, but then you see stuff like the whole thing with False ID and that one VTuber just getting really shitty, and I know maybe it's a bit crappy to release the VMs, like, I maybe would have been wouldn't really have wanted to release those DMs personally. I like to keep private conversations private. At the same time, god fucking damn. What a vile person. Holy shit. And it's like, I don't know. Some people are so two-faced. Like, it's the one thing I will say about myself. Like, I will give people the time of day. I'll give anyone the time of day. You know, first time meeting you, you're a new person, fresh slate, time of day. But if I find out someone's two-faced, I just don't have time for them. I get enough two-faced shit working an office job, you know? So, why on earth would I want to get two-faced stuff happening to me in this space? I know it's riddled with it, because it is. VTubing and high school drama go hand in hand. We're all in a funny high school anime. And we're all with a fucking protagonist. VTubing in a nutshell. But unfortunately, our protagonist level has a scale, you see. And unfortunately, the common only superpower it gives is supreme arrogance. But then that isn't just VTubers, that's all content creators, I suppose, but... God, the mean girl culture, man. It's why I'm kind of, in a way, glad I'm on the periphery. I'm not part of the wider group yet, I don't think. I've not been sort of seen by it. The collective hasn't found me yet. It will eventually, I think. It just kind of happens if you're around for a while, but... in a way, I'm kind of glad it hasn't yet, because... I don't know, I just can't. I'm too blunt. I'm too honest with people. Like, sure, I can be a little bit mean with it sometimes, but I can't. I can't do the two-faced stuff. It's not my way, sinners. It's not my way. I will always try and be honest with people. It just feels right to me. And I can't... For me, right, I don't see the point in wasting my social energy in pretending to like someone. Like, if I'm collabing with them, I'll be the nicest guest or host possible for them. But if I like them, we'll keep in touch. We may even collab again. Which does remind me, I need to look at if anyone I've collabed with prior wants to do anything else down the road. That'd be quite nice, actually, now I mention it. But yeah, anyone I've collabed with before, I think so far, everyone I've collabed with so far has been really nice, and I would happily do it again, genuinely. And if any of them are seeing it, hit me up. You have means of contacting me, or I can contact you, either way. Yeah, happily would go and work with them again. But I know in myself that if I encountered someone who it turned out I didn't like after working with them, I'd thank them, and then I'd sort of distance. I wouldn't pretend to like somebody. Like, it might give me some enemies, but the way I see it, it means that people know where they are with me. There's no ambiguity. If I like someone, I like them. I'll make it clear. If I don't, I'll make it clear I don't. There's no ambiguity, there's no questioning. It's just, yeah, it's a matter of fact. And I think that's better, personally. Maybe that's just me, but it's better that way. Plus, it means, you know, people know where they are with me. The people aren't going to be surprised if I say something to them. Be it positive or negative. At least I hope that's the way I portray myself anyway. Certainly try. God knows I try. Oh. Yeah, have a little more sippy of my drink. I know it's a Thursday, but a little bit of the good stuff is always a little nice. Nothing ridiculous, in moderation. It's only a Thursday. And a very early start again. Last one, at least. Though, in a way, it's a good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it means I finished at 3:30. It's a bad thing because next week means I'll be back to my usual schedule and not coming until 6, which will suck. But I suspect I'm going to be on these early ones more often. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Life Unknown. Very kind of you for the follow there, being number 121. Welcome, welcome. Do make yourself comfortable among my dearest sinners. They're all a nice bunch, and I assure you they will welcome you in with open arms. At least they bloody well better. Nah, I'm kidding, they will. They will. Don't you worry about that. Yes, please. Do feel free to join our dear mass, ever-growing congregation, as I enlighten all of you on a glorious path, hopefully. Although, probably the botcher's path at this rate. I'm not blind to the appeal of my model. What can I say? I've got plenty of personality. I wasn't originally going to, but kind of just worked out that way. And, you know, it's not too much. Exactly. A little bit of eye candy don't hurt nobody. Yeah. Hoping these evening streams work out nicely. The only thing I've realised with these evening streams is there was a proposed Lancer game. Now, this has been delayed due to sickness of our dear DM, Onyx, who's now back in good health and streaming again, which is good. So, hopefully he'll be soon letting us know when it's going to happen. But I realise this then means that when I stream will vary a bit. Because if I do choose to stick with the evening streams, Sinners, that means... Because originally we planned, I think, 5 o'clock for the streams on... I think on the Lancer game, which will be streamed. What I might do is I might set up 2 different schedules whereby I'm either like doing it in the evening, or evening for me, or the afternoon for me. Essentially I do D&D every 2 weeks that I run, but then if we do start doing Lancer, then I might start doing like an afternoon stream instead. That might be the play. That honestly might be the play now I'm thinking about it. Well, again, I'll experiment. I feel like half my career this year has been me experimenting, but then again, I guess I'm still small time. So, it is what it is. Yeah, it's that wonderful chime where you can experiment. And that is the nice thing of being small, right? You're at that nice stage where there isn't like an established thing for you that you're known for. I don't think I'm at that point where I'm known for anything. I'm not even that well known, but maybe one day. But I think it's a matter of just... I'm never too sure what I want to do long term. The problem is with me, I will do something for a while and be able to keep doing it constantly. But at a certain point where I'll just be like, no, I can't anymore. It's dull to me now. Which is the one problem with a niche. Which is why I sort of experiment with streaming. Got a couple of things that I enjoy doing. But with my YouTube content is where I'm a little more experimental. Like that lore series. Most people do a little animated lore video. That's it. I am doing a lore series detailing bits of the setting that my VTuber lore takes place in. And maybe I'll do a little bit about yours truly. So, that's a whole thing. Maybe that one will be animated, you know. Looking forward to pay something animated. Then again, I imagine that's going to be mighty expensive, so down the road for that one. I would like to get a nice little animated lore bit. Doesn't have to be voiced. Just a bit of music, a bit of animation, and that's it. Effective visual storytelling. But again, I don't know how much it'll cost. And though I have some savings spare, I'd like to not burst my own coffers on blowing it on things I don't need. So, we'll see. Besides, a lore video is nice, but it's only going to be like used once. Whereas I can justify spending money on the model, on stream stuff, right? Like, stuff I'm going to use. I think that's more worthwhile to me. and probably more worthwhile to you too. At the end of the day, because I mean, it's stuff that's going to be factored in. It's stuff you're going to see a lot more. Like if I get a new outfit for this model, great. That means it's something else to keep you entertained, and there's something nice and flashy for you to show off to you. If I get a new alert, that's something that's directly view interactable. If I get new emotes, that's also something you guys can use. If I get, badges, that kind of thing, channel point thing, these are all things that you interact with. Useful things, varying in their need, but the way I see it, they're just, frankly, more useful for you. They're actually something you'll see, and hopefully appreciate more. But as a lore video, as nice as one will be, you're not going to watch it more than once, let's be honest. Like, if I was to do like a 2.0 debut or an outfit debut, that kind of thing, as a lore video, okay, great. You'll never watch that again. Might be people who watch it, but they'll watch it once. Whereas, whereas, something more, like, substantial, way better. And frankly, as I say, way more useful. So, which, speaking of, we'll be getting a few more of those things soon, don't you worry. I have considered as well approaching my lovely dears over at Bayesian Studio and looking at getting a few more emotes for you guys, so we'll see. The last batch are quite nice. I'm tempted to move the raid one up to tier 1 because I realised you can't use the free ones in other people's chats. So the raid one might go to tier 1. But I will replace it with something else. Like a praying one. Actually, no, we've got a praying one. I'll find the one to put in there. If I do decide to do that. That's something I'm thinking about. So, I need something to my nose on the stream. My mother is funny when I do that. Christ. That is probably because my nose spray for hay fever's worn out. Isn't as effective as it used to be. I need to get some new stuff. Honestly, that sounds amazing, by the way. Highly recommend it. If your tablets aren't doing enough, if you can get that nose spray stuff, oh, it's relief. It feels weird at first, right? But, oh, it's relief. It's such relief. And for those of you who've been following me for a while, you'll know I've suffered of hay fever this summer. Holy shit. I have suffered, sinners. I don't know what sin I have committed, which of course, I am immune to such things, naturally. But, something's punishing me. Transgressions of some kind, I'm sure. Being far too good, most likely. But I'll get some more tomorrow, I think. I'll take advantage of being at home. Nip out and grab some before stream or something, or at lunch. Probably, yeah, a little quick walk before stream. Probably not a bad idea, actually. God, the only thing I wish I could do these longer, but unfortunately, time is an enemy, a wicked one indeed. Hopefully one will have more of one day. Hopefully. We'll get there, sinners. Don't you worry, we'll get there. 'Tis a matter of when, not if. This is what I keep telling myself. 'Tis what I keep telling myself. A quick change of subject. I don't know if any of you have followed the Warhammer reveals recently. The Age of Sigmar one is very nice. Some good Stormcast reveals. The Sigmarines are looking nice and delicious. The rest... oh, painful. Like, you go from these wonderful Stormcast sculpts, which all look amazing, by the way. They're all really nicely done. They're all so good. The like, Griffin mount as well. That chunky thing. Oh. Sinners. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But everything else... oh, everything else is just abysmal. I can categorically say that. Abysmal. In comparison. Or just nothing on show. You know. Like, they kind of show a bit of a... like, a roadmap, right? Of what's coming. And sure, there's some okay stuff here. That's Age of Sigmar. Bloodborne, there's... yeah, Blood Bowl? Oh, Bloodborne. God, I wish there was some Bloodborne news. Blood Bowl? Getting Chaos Dwarfs. Great. That's actually a reveal. Then the roadmaps. Oh boy, the roadmaps. This graphic, by the way. I have to wonder, was this done by like those same graphics design people who try and scam you constantly? I have to wonder. Because they're about that bad. They really are about that bad. I mean, it's nice to see we're getting some stuff. It's a shame that like 40k is getting nothing else this year after the Blood Angels. That sucks. Let's see. Horus Heresy. Tanks. That's it. I mean, apparently there's another faction waiting for the moment to strike. I don't know what that's all about. And maybe we'll get a bit more Mechanicum. I doubt it, but we'll see. But yeah, more tanks. Like, okay, I mean, if there's like AdMech tanks and you know some other Solar Auxilia tanks, maybe. Hopefully, please. Dare I could ask. And then, what for Old World? Empire of Man and High Elves next year. With Dwarves and Chaos coming this year. Why Empire of Man wasn't the first thing they did, I don't know. Because, like, I won't get too into detail, but the time period they're setting it in is all about the bloody Empire. They're the biggest players until Chaos turns up. At that point in time. But, yeah, there you go. Botch released that one. Really underdone, personally. Could have done so much more of it. Ugh. Hoping it's across too negative this stream. I feel like I've been very negative. There's something positive to talk about. I swear, I feel like I need to, like... I almost feel like for these, I need to start making, like, a list of just positive shit. Because there's so much negative at the moment. Like, do I need to just start filling positivity? Which is ironic for me, as I'm not the most positive of people, but... I do like to think that promoting positivity is better for the health. So, maybe I'll start doing that. Get some nice bit of positivity in there. I don't feel like we're going to do like reaction shit on these, most likely. Voice break there, Nelly. I mean, I get the appeal, right? I get the appeal. I mean, I watched them myself, right? I watched the Smugglana videos, the Paul's videos, those kind of thing, you know? I watched them as well. I used to watch Nux. I don't anymore. The Tiger situation kind of put me off him, I'll be honest. But, you know, I get the appeal, right? You watch it with somebody, there's like there's a different energy to it, right? The kind of... It's one thing to watch it all by yourself, but, you know... Why watch it by yourself when you can watch it with the boys or with your favourite streamer, right? And maybe they pause and add some context to it. Maybe they just disappear from their chair for an hour and then you watch it without them, basically. But or maybe they sort of go wow and then move on. Or perhaps they provide some kind of commentary. And the thing is, right, I know in myself I probably couldn't do much better than some of the people who just go wow. Maybe, it depends on what it is, but there's some things I'd watch and just go, I don't know what to say to that. And that doesn't sound very good for you, and I don't know. You deserve better. Sinners, you deserve better, I think. So, very unlikely to do the React Andy stuff, unless it's really wanted. Maybe like a Tangier media share kind of situation, you know? That's something potentially as an option. But you never know. Gotta always test things out. So maybe one day we'll just do a fucking, I don't know, media share one, if that's of interest. I don't know if I've cultivated that kind of audience. I'm still trying to gauge what kind of audience I've cultivated, to be totally honest. Because, I don't know. Some days I feel like I have a rough idea, but then other days I'm like, but do I really? Maybe at some point they'll dig into the analytics and delve into the mysteries of your minds, and I'll delve into what you've been searching, and then question my life choices. Perhaps. I don't know. But don't worry, you don't have to reveal your search histories to me. I'd honestly rather you don't either. You don't need to worry about it. Whatever you've been searching online is of no concern of mine, as long as it isn't harming anyone, of course. But I don't think anyone here is doing that kind of thing, so I'm sure it's fine. You know, but whatever degenerate stuff you've been searching, you can keep that to yourself, don't worry. I don't need to know about it. I promise you, I don't. It's fine. We're in the VTuber community. We're all degen as fuck out here. We are all a bit down horrendous. Just check my music real quick. Have we run out of musical tracks? Oh, no, we're good. We're good. There's not as many on this synthwave one for Streamlabs. My old jazz music that I used to play for my older version was there's a lot more options on there. It's a longer string. I actually recently tried my own hand making music, actually. My last video has the result of that. And to quote my dear mod, it's different. It's very different. It's one of those. I would have never, in my wildest dreams, thought, yes, let's make music. Part of me always kind of wanted to give it a go, but at the same time, I don't have really much musical talent, but I sat down and pulled some things together through loops and the like that I had access to, and forged together something of interest, something different. Whether it's any good is, I guess, up to you, really, if you think it's any good. I think it's alright, honestly, but I might be biased, so I'll be honest. I may be a little biased towards my creation. My dear creation, and it holds a special place in my heart. It's my first musical piece. Well, it's my second one, actually. But I like it better than my first one. I'm almost tempted to remake the first one, but with a new air to it. You know, different musical pieces for different videos. My sort of bi-weekly video series. Hell, at some point, you know, we may get to the point where we're no longer yeah, we're no longer like doing those. You never know. Speaking of subscriptions, I've just noticed that, I forget my Streamlabs actually has I do forget my Streamlabs actually shows YouTube stuff. So a life unknown. I know you're on YouTube, but thank you for subscribing. If you're watching this VOD right now, it's going to really fuck with you. But yes, I saw the sub. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. And seriously, thank you all for subbing to the VOD channel. It's grown more than I'd expect, honestly. I do hope the main channel stuff's appealing to you as well, though I appreciate it's probably more odd. My content on the main channel is a mix of a review on a Total War campaign, my retellings, and my lore series. The reviews, part of me wants to do more of those, but at the same time, I don't know. I had a lot of good suggestions from my dear mod on what things I could do. And they were very, very helpful suggestions. They were good critiques, good sort of things to think about for next time. But I just wonder whether for me, as much as I play a lot of Total War, I wouldn't consider myself a Total War creator. I still like to consider myself a variety streamer first and foremost, because I couldn't stick with one thing forever. Some people play Total War non-stop all the time, and I love it to death, but I couldn't. I well and truly could not. And I think to myself, genuinely, well and truly, I want to keep things varied. I want to mix things up. I don't want to stagnate, because I just feel it's not my way. I'm a very introspective person sometimes. It's just sometimes knowing where to go is the difficult part. But it's a weird one. I always sort of go off these odd tangents of things on my mind. So for any new sinners here, my apologies as I ramble to you about the machinations of my lunatic skull, as I fill you with all kinds of oddities in your head. Oh. By the way, if at all you are interested in the lore stuff, I am taking suggestions for things to add to the lore, because the way I want to conduct that lore series, just to kind of explain it, I guess, be it for you lovely VOD viewers, or be it for those of you, watching now, the lore series is kind of also a collaborative one. So if you have any suggestions that I like, which, as long as they fit in the general feel or theme of it, I may very well incorporate them, and you can expect to be credited for that idea. Don't you worry, I will more than happily shout you out to let you know where the idea came from, so that you know exactly, I've seen it, and I've very much appreciated it, because I wanted this to be a bit of a mix of not just me creating, my strange lore, but also my dear community, my dear sinners, contributing to expanding that lore, because when it's all said and done, I'd like to write it all down in a formal fashion, smack it onto a PDF of some kind, and, let the community have it as a little gift. When it's all done, that's what I'd like. To sit down, formally write it all up, and then create a wonderful little document for all of you. As I just think that would be, frankly, quite nice. And a little something to give back. And, of course, all completely for free, by the way. It would be... I'd make a section of the Discord server where you could find it, which you could just jump in and get it, and if you really wanted to leave afterwards. But I'd probably put it on the Discord server. It's the place where I can control where people find it, and, you know, immediately found. Plus, I feel like that kind of thing would be for someone who would want to be on the Discord server. Which, by the way, we do have a Discord server. You should hopefully see it in the bot sort of spit outs that happened earlier today, but a little exclamation mark Discord will bring up the link for you. But yeah, that's probably where I'm going to store it. But yeah, your feedback is very much wanted and appreciated for it, as it will help guide me on which bits of the lore to flesh out first, and also if there's any ideas you've had that I may incorporate. I've sort of reached out to some people who are enjoyers of cyberpunk genre, and sort of looked for my weird niche of religious cyberpunk. There are a few nice suggestions, and in fact, looking back at my dear Warhammer, the Adeptus Mechanicus are a good example of that. So, I have a lot of nice options to bury my head in for a while. And bury I shall. Oh, some things I already know as well, so it kind of works out beautifully for me. Oh, excuse me, I need to stop yawning. Apologies. It's been a long day, sinners. I do hope you forgive me there. But I have to make sure as well, actually, to charge my headset tomorrow, because we're going to have a long day. God, it will be a long day as well. I might have to have a little nap before stream or something. Or a quasi caffeinator to keep my eyes fired open for the whole thing. Then again, I'll be playing Space Marine 1, so that on its own will probably keep me awake. Nice, good couple of hours of that. I'd have played it today, but I thought Friday would be better. As I say, today is Yap Day. Plus, I think a nice just chatting stream is a bit more personable. I'm sure you'll agree. Lets me and you have a frank conversation. Though, in a funny way, as it's me talking at you and you responding via text, should you wish. But, you know. Surprisingly enough, it is the least anxiety-reducing way I can talk to many, many people at once. It's the funniest thing about doing all this. Hopefully that aircraft isn't making too much noise going over my bloody house while trying to stream. Honestly. That reminds me. I ranted about the neighbours waking me up last week. 7:30 in the morning, no less. I cannot begin to stress to you how utterly aggravating that was. I mean, seriously. Oh, that was bad. I think I may have ranted about this before, but I caught them on the roof yesterday. Well, not on their roof, but on the roof of the garage. And I'm standing there, I'm like, get the fuck off. They moved up. I'm like, man, get a ladder. Why the fuck are you on my damn carriage? Like, seriously, right? Like, you'd think, okay, I'm building stuff, right? If you needed to be on the roof of someone else's garage, you'd ask, right? I like to think my dear sinners are mannered enough that they would ask. Not just think, I'm better than everyone, I'm just going to stand on their garage roof. Like some arrogant tosser. Apologies, I'm very British. I should have did British to my, tags, shouldn't I? I'm pretty sure VTube is the only one that actually matters for the purposes of finding me, but hey, maybe the other ones aren't. They're up there, you know. Maybe you're looking for Scuff. I mean, no one's looking for Cyber Angel, but it's a tag I put on there because it's what I am. So it's like he's a wolf, my old version. I have considered incorporating some ideas from my old self into a outfit of my new self. A bit of old meets new. I want some little references, you know. Maybe a little cane with a wolf on it. You know. Or some kind of like... I'm thinking like a coat over the shoulders kind of thing, and maybe like one of the shoulders on that coat might have like a little metal plate with a wolf on it or something. I think that'd be nice. Nice nod, I think, to old meets new me. I feel like I've ranted about. I've probably ranted about that before, but you know, I don't keep track of my own rants anymore. I just kind of wing it. Then again, that describes my entire time on Twitch. I'm sure there's many ways one could do it more directioned, but, well, sometimes you just gotta take a spin. And, well, see where it lands. A gamble, if you will. And I might not be the luckiest sod, but that's why you take a careful gamble, I'd say. Take a well and truly careful gamble at it. End of the day, worst you can do is not try at all. That's how I see it. Oh. Now, admittedly, these ones I normally do a bit shorter sinners, as the Thursday or the Friday. I wish it was a Friday. God, I wish it was a Friday. But, to sort of end off these last few minutes, I'll go over this coming weekend one more time, those who weren't here before. So, this coming week, Space Marine 1, we're going to be playing it in the evenings of Friday and Saturday. We will then do our Strategic Sunday, all being well, also in the evenings. Depending on how we find the evenings, I may do more evening streams. But please do bear in mind that my evening streams may vary a little depending on other things I'm doing. So if I am doing Lancer, when that does happen, I will start doing my Saturday streams earlier, maybe in the afternoon, to better allow for people to be awake, because I appreciate that when I start in the morning, many of you aren't even awake. So instead, I start like after 12, maybe like 1 o'clock, and I do them till like, I don't know. Let's see, 4 or 5 o'clock. We'll see. Actually, 5 o'clock's about when. Maybe I start at 12. And I do it till like 3 or 4 o'clock. That's probably a good amount of time. Gives me an hour to sort myself out and then get ready for my Lancer session. Maybe we do another one later on after that. Depends how long it goes on. Normally these things last a couple of hours, so it probably wouldn't be likely. But we'll see, because sometimes the morning ones do quite well, and also they just, I don't know, they just work out nicely. Yeah, that is what we're going to be doing this week. I feel like the evenings would be better. Sundays might end up being an afternoon stream, though. That's what I think. Because that gives me the evening to sort myself out. But the rest of them being the evenings might work out better. Or worse, I don't know. That's the honest truth, I don't fully know. It's a hell of a gamble. It's a hell of an experiment. You know. bear with me as I, figure something out. I always do in the end, don't I? So, and if worse comes to it, we go back to the morning streams. No harm done. It's all a bit of an experiment, and it's always good to try things. Though, I don't know if I do a change. I don't know. We'll it's one of those, right? We will see how I feel. We will see how I feel. That's the most important thing, is how I feel about them. Whether I feel like I can pull it off. Though, what I will stress as well, my dear sinners, is do make sure to let me know how you feel about it. Because if you're not happy with them, I want to know. So we can get to a compromise. Right? That's, important to me. Because if you're unhappy with how I'm doing them, I want to know about it. If you're happy with it, I want to know about it. So let me know, okay? Let me know how you feel on the matter. Now then, just crack my literal everything. Because of course, I've been sitting in the same position now for about 2 hours. Yapping on non-stop. I have a little bit more of my drink left, actually. I'm done pretty well tonight. Those who are wondering, I'm drinking a bit of whiskey. I'm a spirits enjoyer, after all. Obviously, drink responsibly, kids. Well, I hope there are kids watching. I don't think I attract a child audience. As much as this is a 13-up platform. A 13-up platform. Some of my fellow streamers may want to remember that before they do certain kind of stream, but it's fine. It's not really, but I do partly wish Twitch would just make a separate section for the adult stuff, because frankly that would just make things easier. Plus, then if they were being too pedantic in the the child-friendly stuff, then we just move the adult-only section and just go, well, you know what? Okay, ease off some of the rules on attire, that kind of thing, if we want to be more pedantic about it. But let us not come up with ideas for them. After all, God forbid one of their ambassadors bloody well does. Honestly, I forgot to bring up that toaster situation. I'll go into it briefly before we finish off, but of all the people they picked to be a Twitch ambassador, such a creep. Honestly, I'm just gonna say what it is. I think he's a genuine creep, from what I've seen. A weirdo. In the nicest possible way, he shouldn't be an ambassador. Someone so incelly and vile, frankly. Just no. I tell you now, sinners, if someone says they're not interested, they're not interested, right? We all know that. You know it, I know it, but god damn it. This person's just utterly the worst, and I can't muster nice words to say about them. And yeah, I must say these bad words, because to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think they're a very good person, and I don't think Twitch should be backing them. I'm not saying back me, I'm saying find someone better. I'm saying vet your ambassadors more. Maybe check they aren't fucking creepy, and don't have weird interactions with women, but they act really pushy, and the woman doesn't reciprocate his feelings. It's kind of yikes. It really is kind of yikes, and they need to do better. Twitch does. It really does, because one of their ambassadors is going to get them in massive trouble. Like, there really is so many little things of Twitch that, like, god, the amount of things will get you in trouble. I mean, some of the reaction streams might get in big trouble one of these days, but their own moderation team, or their ambassadors will certainly fuck them over. But, hey, maybe the company will start learning. We can only hope. So, to end off this sermon, my dear sinners, no matter how bad things get, no matter how dark it might seem, what I want to ask you to do is to think about how you can make the most of the situation and know that things may get worse, but they always get better. There we go. We'll leave you on that bit of wisdom that things may get worse, but they will always get better. But for now, my dearest sinners, I'd like to thank you all very much for joining me today. Again, I appreciate this is a shorter one, but I can't stay up as late on a Thursday as I would like, otherwise I assure you I would be staying on for 3 hours or more. But to anyone interested, and I will just very quickly, please feel free to join us over on Discord if you'd be so kind even, where you'll know exactly when I'm live, and also you will know, you'll get random things from me popping in there. I sometimes share the art I've been doing on my miniatures, or other updates that you'll get before anyone else. Joining is completely free, and there is no requirement for paying at all. There is a role for those who've subbed, and I'll probably make it a sub-only chat or something like that at some point. But for now, no such thing exists, so please feel free to join us. The monastery is open to all. But for now, my dearest sinners, I wish you a good night. I will see you all tomorrow for Space Marine 1. Till then, ta-ta for now. And take care of yourselves all.